In 1985, there was chaos in our country. My parents were dating. And in January of 1986, the NRA took power, and there was tranquility at the time. My parents eventually gave birth to me in 1986 December, that very year. Honorable Speaker, my parents had a debate about the name to give me, and they wanted to name me Luweero, in memory of the man who led the war to bring tranquility to our country. But as they had further debate about it, they decided to give me the English version of the name Luweero. And that's how I get to be called Joel. Honorable Speaker, when I look back at the 39 years of the man after whom I was named, I am disturbed. I am disgruntled. And I think that the hero after whom I was named became a shadow of his former past. I have a little book, among other books in my house, called the 10-Point Program. It's a little book. I want to encourage especially members of the NRM to read that book, because I'm sure many of you have not read it. You just hear about it. Please get a copy of that book, the 10-Point Program. It's a very small book. You can read it in even 30 minutes if you're a fast reader. The 10-Point Program. An amazing book. Honorable Speaker, point number 7 of the 10 points is elimination of corruption and misuse of power. If I'm to use just that yardstick, if I had more time, I would go over all the 10, but I'll just dwell on that number 7. Elimination of corruption and misuse of power. Honorable Speaker, we lose over 10 trillion shillings to corruption every year under the NRM government that promised to eliminate corruption. I hope that you score yourselves and see how you are doing today. And by the way, the report of 10 trillion shillings, that's your government report. If it was my assessment, you would say, LoP, you're just making these things up. I hope that you assess yourselves. Misuse of power, right, Honorable Speaker. There was a time, I was in the media, and some research was done among the citizenry. And each time that research was done, they were asking, are you more confident of police or UPDF? Each time that research was done, the citizens would say they were more confident about the UPDF. They prided themselves more in the UPDF. That's the army that brought this regime into power. I don't know if that research was done today, a similar response would come from the citizenry. Honorable Speaker, there are some officers of the UPDF, both senior and junior, who respect the rule of law and whom we salute and acknowledge. But, Honorable Speaker, there are some senior and junior UPDF officers who totally disregard the law. We see some of them threatening to behead leaders in this country, to hang others in this country. They call some of their colleagues buffoons. They are fellow senior officers in uniform. I hope that you can score yourselves on the misuse of power that is held by some of these senior officers. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker, court-martial, which was introduced by this regime to discipline serving military officers, has become another example of misuse of power. Civilians are arraigned before this court, persecuted in a manner so wanton, they'll be denied bail for 4 years and more. Leaders in this country, respectable leaders like Dr. Kanokiza Besigye, who fought to bring this regime to power, is now being persecuted under the court-martial. I hope that this regime can make a good assessment of yourselves 39 years down the road. And hopefully you can be ashamed of certain things, The same way you are celebrating some things. And it's okay to celebrate certain things. But I hope you can say, this is shameful, we need to do better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I have heard the statement, and I really want to speak on behalf of my people of Luweero and maybe the greater Luweero districts. First of all, I don't think it's very necessary even to have the celebrations. We can take stock in your cabinet meetings and also make a statement here. The funds you're using to celebrate can be used to do one big project that can really, that is one way of accounting to the people, instead of spending funds in celebrations. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to inform this August House that we have several places where the skulls of our people are deposited. They are in dilapidated structures without covers. If you go to Sambwe in my district, Ndeje Town Council, if you go to Wabusana, that is Chichusa Sub-County, if you go to Butuntumula, you can even cry tears. The NRM government has stayed in power 39 years, but the occupation in the Luweero district is 44 years. But nothing has been done to better where the skulls of our people are. But now you're going to Mubende to celebrate 44 years. For what? Right Honourable Speaker, we need to speak about this because we need to better what is happening. Right Honourable Speaker, most people are not compensated. In the 9th Parliament, I was a member, I raised this matter. I was told by the then Prime Minister that a sitting government does not pay for rebel activities. But the government and the rebels are the same people. Even in this same Parliament, in the Prime Minister's time, I raised this matter because our people are poor, right Honourable Speaker. I was given the same answer. So I am wondering why the NRM government is going to celebrate.
Let's listen to our colleague. Let's listen to our colleague.
Why are you going to slaughter cows, cook rice, when people are demanding for 5 cows, 20 cows, 30 goats? That money can be used to compensate our people. It is very unfortunate that you think it is all well. It is not well, Mr. Speaker. We demanded for a food processing industry because our people supported the rebel groups thinking that we will have a better country. We will see peaceful change of power from one person to another.
Conclude, Honourable. Conclude.
Our people died in vain. I must tell you that. We wanted democracy. We wanted to see the rule of law. We wanted to empower our people economically. But you can see all the border drivers. When you take stock, you will realize that they come from Bulemezi. They come from, because there's a generation that died. There's a generation that didn't go to school. Instead of taking stock and empowering our people, you're going to go sit in tents, dance, when our people are in a border economy. Right, Honourable Speaker, this is not fair to the people who lost their people and all those who are involved in the war. You need to take stock, account to us, and also make sure you better the economics of our areas. Imagine demanding for food processing industry. 40 years down at it. Right, Honourable Speaker, we haven't. Even the roads. And now you're telling us to come and join you. We can never join you because our people died in vain.
Thank you. Thank you. Specifically, issues of Honourable Brenda, the Minister for Luweero is here. I will, no, later, Honourable Minister, at the end. I will request you to respond to those issues. Honourable.
Much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank the Minister for his statement and acknowledge that we have made steady progress in this country, and even we as women, unlike before the 1995 Constitution, we had very few women in the political spaces and in the boardrooms. we want to commend the NRM government for enacting a new constitution and ensuring inclusion. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister in his submission did talk about the infrastructure development. We must acknowledge that indeed the government, the NRM government, has actually made progress in increasing the kilometers of paved roads in this country. Currently, we speak of over 6,000 kilometers. We would have loved to have more, but because of constrained resources, we are unable. Steady progress, we shall ensure that we have more paved roads. However, Right Honorable Speaker, with these paved roads, we need to transit away from road transport into railway transport. And I want to thank His Excellency the President that on 21st of November, he commissioned the construction of the standard gauge railway in Tororo district. That is something, Right Honorable Speaker, that we are all waiting for. The construction is supposed to start in Tororo by a Turkish company, the Yapi Mackenzie. However, Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, when the President came to commission this project, you need to ensure that there is a clear right of way and that we don't have hurdles that will stop the construction of this long-awaited standard gauge railway. Something that will help us move away from, relying on road transport, but also having railway transport, especially transporting our goods. There are so many road accidents today, Right Honorable Speaker, on our roads, partially because of so many vehicles, the trucks, everybody is on the road. However, Right Honorable Speaker, in order for us to move with this project, we have something, allow me to raise this, Right Honorable Speaker. We have a school called Murkatipe View Primary School in Tororo. That is around the community where this standard gauge railway is supposed to start the construction of the.
Please conclude with that.
So, Right Honorable Speaker, government released money to relocate this school. Money was paid to the UPDF Engineering Brigade. Money was paid to Tororo Municipal Council. It is 1 year down the road, Right Honorable Speaker, and the technical people have been moving in circles regarding procurement of the land. When the President came, they stopped us from raising this. The Minister of Works, Attorney General, all said they were going to handle this matter. We had hoped. The PPDA has already given guidance to Tororo Municipal Council to proceed and procure land within the community. They advertised for anybody who has land. And we had people outside the community area applying or applying to actually, provide land. We need land in this very community. Land has been identified and given by the community. The Tororo Municipal Council is still dragging its feet. The schools are to open, Right Honorable Speaker, on the 3rd, 4th of February. By now, we would have had classrooms constructed. This is a primary school. They are being told to move to another location. Right Honorable Speaker, imagine children of P1 walking long distances to another school. I want to real appeal to the Minister for Presidency, the Attorney General, the Minister for Economic Monitoring was in my district in March, and she found this challenge. To date, the problem has not been resolved. The Minister for Local Government, can you deal with your town clerk, who they are being motivated? It seems they to get some enjoy which they have.
So, Honorable Sarah, the point has been noted. I hope they take note of it and they respond.
Honorable Speaker, allow me also to add my voice to commend the Minister for his elaborate statement. Right Honorable Speaker, Martin Luther King had this to say, that the right is right even though the majority says it's wrong. As long as it's right, you can easily touch, feel, or taste because it is right. I want to base on this statement, Right Honorable Speaker. I have seen my brother, Honorable Ssenyonyi, a leader of opposition. Indeed, he has appreciated that if it wasn't national resistance movement, indeed he would not be in existence as of today. Because it is only and only this government that immunized him, that has given him is a very good conducive environment for him to go to school. It is only and only this government that has given him security so that he can go to school and be. I need to be protected.
Just point of order.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I thought that as I was speaking, Honorable Kangwaji, among others, were very attentive. I discovered not. For the Honorable colleague to say that I exist because of the NRM, it is shameful, it is problematic, it makes me apoplectic. Honorable Speaker, are we soon going to begin to thank the NRM for the rising of the sun? That we should also thank them for the oxygen that we breathe. Honorable Speaker, I think my colleague needs to withdraw that very problematic statement that I exist because of the NRM. I hope that he'll be smart enough to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I didn't get it that way. Yes. No. I'm meaning what Honorable Kangwaji said is really not what Honorable Joel. Listen. What the Honorable Joel said. The only thing I got from what Honorable Joel said was if it wasn't from 7, he wouldn't have a name. Because he's named after Luweero. I don't know if that one I also got it wrong. No. You said you were named after Luweero. Oh, okay. No, Honorable Joel has said even without without Yoweri Museveni the president, he would have a name. Okay? I had thought he wouldn't have a name, at least a Christian name. But Honorable Kangwaji, really.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
For the comfort of a member.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The member is saying you are claiming his only arrived because of NRM, and for him he knows even without NRM he would be arrived.
I concur with you, Right Honorable Speaker, and I withdraw. But I wanted him also to get me well. On
but don't withdraw his name, Joel.
Of course I cannot do that. Right Honorable Speaker, to emphasize on my point, it is very, very, very clear, and it is well known in this world, that Uganda is peaceful. It is peaceful to an extent that we have gone ahead and exported peace to our neighboring countries. It is well recorded and well registered. You know that your sons and daughters are in very many countries exporting peace, and they have tried so hard to make sure that other countries are at peace. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to inform this August House that it is only and only in this country, and it is only and only NRM as government, that has managed to take money to Mwananchi on the ground. You know the money we have given the people on the ground in the program of PDM, Party Development Model Program. Right Honorable Speaker, you can hardly find it anywhere. If there is any person who wants maybe to challenge me on that, I think we are able to discuss. But it is only and only this government, through this parliament, where we found that it is clear for us to make sure that each and every person in this country should be in the money economy. And we did it. So that attribute itself should go back to NRM as an achievement. Sadly, Right Honorable Speaker, it is quite hard. But for us as Banyankore, we have a saying that for those ones who do not want to know the power, the influence, and the sacrifices of their parents, they are the very ones to say that it has happened or occurred because I know it. Let me tell you, it is only and only those people, your brothers and sisters, who woke up one morning and said, enough is enough, let's go and bring peace to Ugandans. And they did it. It is hard for us to sit here and say, no, government has not done anything. It is quite important for us to continue celebrating this and continue telling Ugandans that the government has done a lot. Take an example of Ssenyonyi, Right Honorable Speaker. In Ssenyonyi, we used not to have water. But as I talk today, We have seen water in Isinjiro. We used not to have access roads. We used not to have even a single Tamaka road. We used not even have peace, but we have gotten them because of NRM.